Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today let's talk about instant gratification and quick results. So guys, we have a generation of kids, right? My age, younger, a little bit older, 30s, millennials, Gen X, whatever, right? You name it. We live in a culture where we want everything right now, right here, at our fingertips, at our doorstep, all the time, right away. Don't want to wait, don't want to suffer, don't want to grow, don't want to do anything, right? I just want it now, right? But listen, in life, you have to realize that nothing is ever going to come to you right away. And okay, for example, let's say you buy a $10 Powerball ticket and you hit $1 billion. Cool, great. But guess what? You still have to wake up, you still have to do the dishes, you still have to exercise, you still have to do menial tasks. That $1 billion is sitting there, cool, but you still have to live life. You still have to do what you need to do every single day to maintain your body, your mind, right? So I think we live in a fairy tale world where we have everything lit up as a glamour show on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, that we forget that shit, the dishes still need to get done. The roads still need to be paved. The tiles still need to be put down, brick by brick. We think that just because we have technology that we can just escape the work that still needs to be done in life, right? And like, for example, let's say you want to become a Twitch streamer, right? Okay, cool. But what happens when you're 50 and you can't play professionally anymore because your reflexes are shot? You're gonna have to go maybe get a job, right? Let's say you're not good anymore in esports and people aren't paying you or people aren't watching video games anymore. Now what? Now you have no job security, right? So we have to get back to reality, and we have to get back to not expecting things to always just happen right away for us, right? So instant gratification, when you get something right away, it doesn't even feel good. I remember, it was crazy. I remember a time when I used to play Halo, right? And I was so bought on getting Inheritor on Halo Reach, which is like the max level, right? At a certain point, I wanted to like hack. I wanted to hack my way to get it. And then I was just like, man, fuck this. I'm just gonna play and eventually get there, right? And it was actually more enjoyable playing through, playing every single day, growing my skills, becoming a better shooter, right? Upgrading my armor, and then actually getting it by toil rather than just having it handed to me or cheating my way to the top, right? So the joy of life comes from the doing of what we're supposed to do to achieve X result, right? So I find actually more joy at work than thinking about getting promoted, right? Or like when I do get promoted, it's like, okay, cool, now what, right? I find more joy learning new things at work. I don't find joy like actually getting the promotion, right? Like, it's cool to get promoted, awesome, more money, more status, whatever, blah, blah, blah. The rest, you know the rest. But what actually, I have joy actually showing people new things at my job that they don't know, right? Or me learning something valuable from someone else who has more experience. It's all the experience and doing that is the fun in life. It's not the result. It's not the, I wish it was here right now, give me the $1 million right here mentality that so many of us snowflakes have, right? So what you have to realize is that you still have to do what you have to do regardless of how you feel. This is another thing, right? Like, there's times where I don't like to go to work, right? Let's say I'm sad or I'm emotional or I'm whatever, tired. Okay, I still have to do it, right? And I find that even emotions, right? they come and go, and I may think to myself at a certain point, shit, is it all worth it? Am I just doing this to do this? Am I ever going to achieve my results, right? And what you have to realize is that when you put yourself in that framework of thinking that, okay, just because I have an emotion, now it means my life sucks. Now it means I'm sad. Now it means the world's over. I'm lonely today, so my life sucks. No, that's just a passing emotion, right? And what will help you guys a lot is if you just sit down for like an hour, just sit down for an hour and observe your thoughts and emotions. For the first 10, 15 minutes, you'll start to really feel anxious, and the thoughts and emotions will feel so strong that you're just like, fuck, I have to do something. I have to do something. I don't know what to do. My life sucks, right? But once you let those emotions kind of come and you kind of sit with them for a minute, then like it just becomes like peaceful. Now you can just like be like, okay, whatever. I'm just hanging out here, right? Or you're at your job, right? And you feel tired, but then you go actually mop or you do something and you're like, oh, I'm not really tired. That's just an emotion, right? I can still mop. I can mop with no problem now. Or I can perform this report with no problem, right? And it's crazy too, because in school, it's the same way. It's like, okay, you don't want to do what you have to do, but once you actually do it, like once you actually take your pen out and start doing the assignment, it's actually like, oh, okay, it's not so bad. It actually becomes enjoyable, right? So instant gratification and emotions kind of go hand in hand, because we think that our emotional state will change, or our mental state will somehow change by having something like $1 million in the future right now, but it won't, right? And we have to get away from that. And I think the younger generation really sucks at that. They really suck. And that's one thing I think we can learn from older folks is like, okay, they may not be millionaires, they might not be the most successful people, but they do what they have to do whether they feel like it or not. And they don't need status, they don't need a lot of money, they don't need to feel good all the time. They just find joys in the basic things of life. Talking to a friend, cleaning the house, right? Lifting weights, going for a boat ride. We don't need to always feel like we're on top of the world. That's what I want to kind of deliver in this video. Don't feel like you always have to be high status, millionaire, player, right? That's not what life is all about. Life is about just enjoying the simple shit every single day and going through the emotions that arise from moment to moment. That's what life is, right? And I think social media does a really shitty job at painting an accurate picture of what reality is, because reality is your experience with no phone, your job, right? No phone. Most people can't get off their phone, right? They can't get off their phone and think for 5 seconds, right? They have to do something. I experience this at work all the time, right? But the main message here is don't wish for easy results, right? Let's say you want to be a corporate executive, right, of your company. Okay, do you realize that most corporate executives are 35 plus, 40 years old, 50 years old? They've been through years of training, years of experience, and you want that in 2 years, 3 years? Right? So we have to get back to reality, and we have to look and see what people have gone through to get to where they're at, and be willing to go through what they've gone through in order to achieve that result if you want that result. Right? So that's kind of the message for this video. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. If you have any questions, comments, feel free to leave them down below. And as always, I hope you guys have a good one. Peace.